فعاليات الشوط المهم، الشوط الأقوى فنيا، الشوط الذي يمثل كأس صاحب السمو رئيس الدولة، الشوط الغالي على قلوبنا جميعا وقلوب الفرسان المشاركين. مع أول الفرسان المشاركين من روسيا فلاديمير توجانوف وتيولام. المدمار بيتكون من 13 حاجز، مسافته 475 متر، السرعة هنا 375، الزمن المسموح 76 ثانية. هنشوف مشاكل شوية في الزمن. هنشوف الحاجز الأول رقم 1 بيتجه يمين بنصف دايرة للحاجز رقم 2، ثم يسار الحاجز رقم 3 اللي بيتبعه 5 خطوات في خط مستقيم لمركب ثنائي حاجزين قائمين، والخمس خطوات والخطوتين للمركب الثنائي 4 ألف ب، ودوران كامل بشكل تقريبا داير ال5 حاجز عريض، ثم أيضا 3 خطوات في خط مستقيم للحاجز السادس، ثم تغيير اتجاه يمين للمركب الثلاثي 7 ألف حاجز عريض، خطوة واحدة 7 ب، خطوة واحدة 7 ج، حاجز عريض، حاجز قائم، حاجز عريض، ونغير اتجاهنا اليمين، ثم 6 خطوات حاجز قائم لحاجز عريض، ويسار بدوران كامل للحاجز رقم 10، خط مكسور لليسار الحاجز رقم 11 حاجز عريض، ثم خط مكسور يمين للحاجز 12 و13 اللي بيفصل بينهم 4 خطوات. ينهي فلاديمير تيجانوف ب8 اخطاء للقفز وخطأ لتجاوز الزمن، وفي زمن 76 ثانية 48. ثمان نقاط للقفز وخطأ لتجاوز زمن، إجمالي الأخطاء 9 لفلاديمير توجانوف من روسيا. هذه البطولة من جولتين، الفرسان بناخد بعد نهاية الجولة الأولى أفضل نتيجة ل 25% من عدد الفرسان، عندنا 38 فارس، يبقى هناخد أفضل نتيجة 10 فرسان بيشاركوا في الجولة الثانية أو في الشوط الثاني. مجموع الجوائز المالية لهذه البطولة، بطولة كأس صاحب السمو رئيس الدولة شوط الجائزة الكبرى، إجمالي الجوائز المالية 165 ألف يورو. من أيرلندا وشين برين وكولمار الفارس التالي، الحاجز رقم 1، ثم دوران بنصف دايرة يمين، يعقب دوران يسار أيضا بنصف دايرة للحاجز التريبل بار أو المدرج، ارتفاع الحواجز 160 سنتي، ثم 5 خطوات للمركب الثنائي بيفصل بينهم خطوتين حاجزين قائمين، ثم يسار بدوران كامل للحاجز العريض رقم 5، و3 خطوات للحاجز السادس، ثم يتجه يمين إلى المركب الثلاثي 7 ألف ب ج حاجز عريض، حاجز قائم، حاجز عريض بدون أخطاء، مسافات كلها مقاسة بدقة. وهنا الحاجز رقم 8 4 أخطاء، 9 بدون أخطاء، ويسار 10 وخط مكسور يسار الحاجز 11، ثم خط مكسور يمين مرة أخرى الحاجز 12 و13 في خط مستقيم يفصل بينهم 4 خطوات. هنا لو نلاحظ التنوع في عدد الخطوات، من 3 ل 4 ألف ب 5 خطوات، من 5 ل 6 3 خطوات، من 11 إلى 12 من 12 ل 13 4 خطوات، وأيضا من 8 ل 9 عندنا 6 خطوات. يبقى مصمم المضمار واضع كل الخطوات المقاسة 3 و4 و5 و6، وأيضا بعد خطوات فواصل بين الحواجز 6 خطوات، بتقبل الاختيار على حسب قدرة الفارس وحصانه 6 خطوات أو 7 خطوات. من ايرلندا نستقبل من المانيا الان يورج نيفي وبي ابريل في ايه. شين برين انهى باربع اخطاء و73 ثانيه 79 من 100. يورج نيفي من المانيا وبيستفيد من ال 45 ثانيه العد التنازلي ويراجع خط السير. يتجه لخط البداية. زي ما شرحنا لحضراتكم الفرسان أفضل 10 نتائج بيشاركوا في الشوط الجولة الثانية. وهنا هجوم كده على الحاجز التريبل بار أو المدرج، ولكن ظبط الخمس خطوات داخل ودفع ثمنها على الحاجز رقم 4 ب 4 أخطاء. والدوران الكامل يسار للحاجز رقم 5 حاجز عريض أسفله ليفربول، وطلب 3 خطوات لحاجز قائم ارتفاع 160 ويغير اتجاهه للمركب الثلاثي 7 ألف بدون أخطاء، ب بدون أخطاء، ج بدون أخطاء بيفصل بينهم خطوة واحدة. هنا الحصان اللي يؤدي كورس بهذا الارتفاع لازم يكون الفارس ماشي برتم ثابت والحصان مجمع ومتزن معاه. 12 خطأ حتى الآن ليورج نيفي. أربع أخطاء أخرى للامتناع على الحاجز رقم 12. زي ما كنا بنقول لحضراتكم إن الحصان لازم يبقى ماشي بخطوة متزنة ومجمع تقريبا، لأن الخطوة اللي مفتوحة دي مش هتقدر توصل أو مش هيدي فرصة للفارس إنه يشوف نقطة الإقلاع الجيدة ويوصل في مكان مظبوط لقفز الحاجز. نستقبل من سوريا الفارس التالي أحمد صابر حمشو ولولا في. أحمد صابر حمشو اللي فاز بالمنافسة السبعة اليوم بأفضل زمن وبدون أخطاء. تمنياتنا الجميع الفرسان بالتوفيق وتقديم لنا عرض فني جيد يمتعنا ويمتع محبي وعشاق رياضة قفز الحواجز لينال كأس البطولة، كأس صاحب السمو رئيس الدولة عن جدارة واستحقاق وأداء فني راقي. أحمد صابر حمشو من سوريا ولولا في. زي ما شفنا الأربع فرسان اللي أنهوا الجولة، الحاجز الأول ثم يمين الحاجز رقم 2 ويسار الحاجز رقم 3 4 في خط مستقيم، حاجز تريبل بار أو مدرج ارتفاعه 160 بعرض تقريبا 2 متر. خطوة ممتازة بادئ بها أحمد صابر حمشو واتجه يسار إلى التريبل بار أو الحاجز المدرج، ونعد معاه الخمس خطوات للحاجز الثنائي مركب ثنائي بخطوتين 4 ألف ب، ثم اتجه يسار بدوران كامل. خطوة ممتازة، ولكن هنشوف هيتمكن من انهاء الجولة في الزمن المسموح 76 ثانية. والمركب الثلاثي 7 ألف بدون أخطاء، ب 4 أخطاء، ج بدون أخطاء. والخمس خطوات 5 خطوات، المفروض هنا 6 خطوات عمل فيهم 5 خطوات. عشان خطوته طويلة، ويتجه للحاجز ال11 بخط مكسور يسار، ثم خط مكسور يمين للحاجز 12 والأربع خطوات للحاجز الأخير. وينهي للأسف 4 أخطاء الحاجز الأخير، ينهي أحمد صابر حمشو ب8 أخطاء، ولكن في الزمن المسموح 71 ثانية 42%، تجعله في المركز الثاني المؤقت. 8 أخطاء لأحمد صابر حمشو من سوريا. أفضل النتائج حتى الآن شين برين من أيرلندا ب4 أخطاء و73 ثانية 79%. الفارس التالي فارس دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة، الفارس عبد الله محمد المري على صهوة جيمس في دي. فارسنا عبد الله المري صاحب رصيد كبير من المراكز والجوائز، آخرها كان الأول في الجائزة الكبرى بطولة الشراع الدولية لقفز الحواجز فئة ال4 نجوم. ويتجه يسار إلى الحاجزين، الحاجز الثالث التريبل بار، و5 خطوات في خط مستقيم لمركب ثنائي 4 أ، خطوتين 4 ب، ودوران كامل يسار من الفرسان المميزين أصحاب الخبرة الكبيرة لحاجز رقم 5، ارتفاعه 150 بعرض 150، ثم 3 خطوات وحاجز قائم ارتفاعه 160 ويمين بتغيير اتجاه للمركب الثلاثي 7 أ ب ج بدون أخطاء، ونخلي ماشي بريتم ممتاز بيوصله للنقطة الصح لكل حاجز. وال6 خطوات مظبوطين عبد الله محمد المري. نخلي بالنا يا عبد الله بقى على ال3 حواجز اللي فاضلين، وما زلت ضمن الزمن المسموح، وباقي حاجزين لفارسنا عبد الله المري. وينهي للأسف في الزمن المحدد 75 ثانية 44%، أول الفرسان اللي ينهي بدون أخطاء ضمن الزمن المسموح 75 ثانية 44%، الفارس عبد الله محمد المري بدون أخطاء وجولة ولا أروع وفنيات ممتازة، 75 ثانية 44%، والزمن المسموح 76 ثانية. ثم نستقبل أيضا من دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة الفارس التالي محمد غانم الهجري ودوكلاهوما في دي ال. صاحب مراكز كثيرة، كان ضمن فريق دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة في نهائيات كأس الأمم 2017، وآخر وأفضل المراكز اللي حاصل عليها المركز الثاني في بطولة ديربي الشراع 2019، المركز الثاني. وال5 خطوات مظبوطين ثم خطوتين، ويتجه يسار إلى الحاجز الخامس. ثم 3 خطوات، الحاجز رقم 6 ارتفاعه 160 حاجز قائم، ونتجه للمركب الثلاثي. يهدى بالخطوة شوية، وخطوة واحدة من أ ل ب، خطوة واحدة من ب ل ج، والدوران الحاد صعب الحقيقة، الدوران ده أنا قلت قبليها صعب. 4 أخطاء على الحاجز رقم 8، ثم يسار الحاجز العاشر، 6 خطوات في خط مكسور يمين، ثم 6 خطوات في خط مكسور يسار، وأربع أخطاء أخرى. لونهي للأسف 12 خطأ. محمد الهجري 12 خطأ و71 ثانية، 17 من 100. من دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة نستقبل الفارس التالي محمد طلعت على صهوة كازانوفا رويال. الفارس محمد طلعت وكازانوفا رويال. ويمين للحجز الثاني، تغيير اتجاه يسار بالنصف دايرة أيضا للحجز رقم 3. والخمس خطوات للمركب الثنائي 4 ألف 4 ب، حاجزين قائمين ارتفاعهم 150 سنتي، ثم يتجه يسار أيضا لحاجزين في خط مستقيم 5 6 بيفصل بينهم 4 أخطاء 3 خطوات، وهنا 4 أخطاء على الحجز الخامس، ويتجه للمركب الثلاثي. والدوران الصعب اللي قلنا عليه على الحاجز القائم رقم 8، 6 خطوات للحجز التاسع، ويتجه الحجز العاشر حاجز قائم أيضا، و6 خطوات أخرى في بروكن لاين خط مكسور يمين 12، والأربع خطوات للحجز 13، وينهي ب 12 خطأ وخطأ لتجاوز الزمن. ينهي ب 13 خطأ محمد طلعت جمهورية مصر العربية، و77 ثانية 85 من 100. 13 خطأ و77 ثانية 85 من 100. محمد طلعت وكازانوفا رويال من جمهورية مصر العربية. ثم ننتقل إلى أيرلندا ونستقبل الفارس التالي مارك ماكولي على صهوة جاسكو. يستعد بيتجه لخط البداية، وما زلنا في العد التنازلي ال 45 ثانية الممدوحين للفارس. خطوة ممتازة تتناسب مع ارتفاع الحواجز الحقيقة. الخطوة المفتوحة والسريعة جدا دي أكيد بتحط الفارس في مشكلة. بدون أخطاء، والدوران الكامل زي ما الكاميرا موضحة لنا كده. الحاجز رقم 5 اللي أسفله ريفر بول أو حوض مياه صغير. 3 خطوات لحاجز قائم ارتفاع 160، ونغير اتجاهنا يمين للمركب الثلاثي. ثم يمين، لازم نرجع حصاني قوي على الحاجز القائم ده، أداء ولا أروع. ويسار للحاجز العاشر. 6 خطوات، ثم 6 خطوات أخرى للحاجز رقم 12، وهنا الأربع خطوات والحاجز الأخير، وبدون أخطاء وضمن الزمن المسموح ليصبح الفارس الثاني اللي ينهي الجولة بدون نقاط جزاء مارك ماكولي من أيرلندا. 72 ثانية 57 من 100. من ايرلندا نستقبل الفارس التالي من المانيا. الفارس التالي سفين شالنبرغ وبود سبرينجر، بود سبنسر يتجه لخط البداية، والدوران اليمين للحجز الثاني، ثم يسار الحجز رقم 3، حاجز تريبل بار أو مدرج، ثم 5 خطوات للمدرج الثنائي، خطوتين، حاجزين قائمين، ودوران كامل يسار للحاجز الخامس. اللي بيفصل بين الحاجز الخامس والحاجز السادس 3 خطوات في خط مستقيم، 5، ودي 1 2 3 6، ثم نغير اتجاه يمين للمركب الثلاثي 7 ألف بدون أخطاء، ب بدون أخطاء، ج بدون أخطاء، والدوران الصعب. الحاجز الثامن 6 خطوات للتاسع، ثم يسار الحجز رقم 10، وهنا أيضا 6 خطوات بنتكرر مرتين بخط مكسور يسار، وأربع أقطاع الحجز العاشر 11 بدون أخطاء. وينهي للأسف ب 12 خطأ، وفي زمن 76 ثانية و6%. بنضيف عليهم خطأ لتجاوز الزمن المسموح 76 ثانية، يبقى 13 خطأ، والزمن 76 ثانية و6%. نستقبل الفارس التالي من مملكة البحرين، الفارس خالد هلال الخطري، وأول BDF، وحتى الآن فارسين فقط بدون نقط جزاء، فارس دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة عبد الله محمد المري، والفارس مارك ماكولي من أيرلندا. ونتابع مع حضراتكم مع الفارس خالد هلال الخطري وأول BDF. من مملكة البحرين، اقتراب جيد الحجز رقم 2، تغيير اتجاه يسار بنصف دايرة.
Yeah, a little bit like last night, the horse was getting a little bit long on him and having rails down in front similar to that. Yeah, I think he needs another show or two under his belt to get back in form. Added a stride there, got a little disunited and got away with that, but yeah. That's okay. You know, we saw what he could do in the World Championships. He'll get back to that form. He knew that the horse was not quite ready for this week, but
for fences down, one-time penalty, 17 faults in all for Khalid Hilal Al-Qatri and Awal BDF for Bahrain. Time allowed, 76 seconds. Alice, 10 competitors of the 38 have gone. We've had 2 clears, one from the UAE, Abdullah Mohammed Al-Mari, and for Ireland, Mark Macaulay. Now we go to the Ukraine. Rennie Tebble riding Vladimir Tuganov's Eindhoven GH. Vladimir Tuganov, who got us underway. He was the first competitor to come into the arena this afternoon for the 2019 President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup here in Abu Dhabi. We're at the Al Fassan Sporting Complex, and what a fabulous sporting complex it is too.
So Rennie comes quite often to the Arab League. He just arrived this week to help Vladimir with his horses. He's riding his grey horse as well. He rode him last night. And now riding for Ukraine, obviously formerly for Germany. And, you know, he's one of the most experienced riders here. But I don't know why he did that.
Well,
something didn't feel right.
Trying to work out if he has he
Did
retired?
Yeah, he pulled up.
He did. He put his hand up, did he? And he retires. So Rennie Tebble for the Ukraine retires with Eindhoven GH.
I couldn't quite see a reason for it, but clearly he must have felt something wrong.
Now, one of 3 riders representing Syria. We had Ahmed Sebahamcho, who's had a great show, but he had 8 faults here in the President's Cup, and now it's Mohammed Moghith Al-Shihab with the 9-year-old gelding Camilo.
I don't know this rider very well, as well as the Hamsho brothers, and so I don't know this horse either. We'll see. She came to ride on the Syrian team for the Nations Cup. Unfortunate back rail on number 1. Got very short in there. The horse was quite clever with her front end to get out of that. Actually jumping it quite capably. It's really a shame he had the first fence down.
Took part in the FEI Jumping World Cup qualifier in Morocco back in October.
Wow, and in the time.
And
boy,
a great round, just that 1 fence down.
oh, he'll be beating himself up for that.
And that puts him into 4th place. So 1 fence down, time of 74.17 seconds for Mohammed Moghith Al-Shihab for Syria with Camilo. Into 4th place. Top 10 of the 38 go through to the 2nd round.
I think the Syrian team will be quite happy to see how capably this horse jumped that course, though.
Now a former winner. Here in the United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Lafitte, the 11-year-old stallion, Cobalt.
Well, Latifa is really one of the hardest working riders I know anywhere. She has this horse she's had a bit over a year. He's really a superstar. Still not finished in his education yet, but really one of the most powerful horses. And Latifa really works at her fitness. She's quite tiny and he's quite big, and just to stay with him. I've gone to CrossFit with her. I was crippled for a week after working out with her, and she had an amazing comeback from a terrible accident. Literally a scaffolding thing fell on her.
And that was 2 years ago this weekend.
Was it 2 years ago? A normal person might not have survived this, and I just think the muscle mass that she's put on her body to protect her neck and her back, which were both fractured. Really, all the work she did before and the work she's done after, she's 100%. That's not every person would have come back from that.
And
this horse is jumping super.
And along with her teammates bidding to get to the
did
2020.
She left
Olympic
a stride
Games.
out there on purpose, but she maybe even overdid it and still got too close with too much velocity, and he ended up having it down behind. I don't think it was a bad idea, but I think she perhaps went a little too inside track to do it. She's on her time, easy. That's not a normal fault for her.
Yes, inside the time, but 2 fences down, so 8 faults at all for Sheikha Latifa Al Maktoum with Cobalt for the United Arab Emirates. Former winner of the President Cup, represented the UAE, the 2008 Olympic Games, and bidding to get there with the team in a couple of years' time. Next year, in fact, not 2 years' time.
Well, I think the UAE team's looking very strong, though. It's one of the best, maybe the best team they've ever fielded.
We go to Germany. A winner already this week. In fact, yesterday here in this arena. Philipp Weissaut with the 12-year-old mare, Katokia.
Getting to have Philipp Weissaut here in the Arab League has also been a treat for all of us. Watching him ride is a riding lesson for everybody every day. Just watching him work every day and in the ring. It's been a real treat for us.
31 in the Longines FEI World Rankings.
This horse is quite naturally fast, and so is Philipp, so I'm not going to worry about the time with him. He's here, he works with Ramzi Al-Duhami and with Sheikha Latifa as well, and it's really just great to watch them day in and day out. Quite a lot of curve on that 7, and he did it early. He's making this look really easy. He doesn't even have to rush this much. I don't know why he's turning so short. Okay. He certainly didn't need to do that.
We've had 2 clears so far. Will this be our third? Just the Longines planks to go. Pops over the last. Plenty of time on the clock. Stops the clock in 70.47, which makes Philipp Weissaut the fastest clear so far here in the 2 rounds of the President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup. That's clear for Germany. Clear for Philipp Weissaut with Katokia.
Well, actually, the fastest clears get to come back last, correct? So maybe that's why he turned so short to that one. That's how good he is.
United Arab Emirates, Ireland and Germany. So far, those are 3 clears. Top 10, irrespective of the scores, go forward. Sole representative for Great Britain. Georgie Tame, riding the 15-year-old gelding, Cash Up.
Georgia's a very young rider. I think she's only 21. She's riding with the Z7 team with Shane Breen and Trevor Breen. She's an incredible talent. She really... It's shocking to know how young she is, to watch her ride. All of them, the young ones, the old ones. And she's brought a lot out of this horse. I didn't really realize he could be a 1.60 meter horse until I saw her do it with him. And, you know, he's getting on in years, but she went clear in the Sharjah 5-star Grand Prix with him. She's also very fast with him.
in France last year.
She's looking quite on her time, so that's not a big worry. Oh, that's a shame. It's not a normal jump for him to have down. I think the riders know to stay out on that 7 more than they did early in this course, so I don't think we'll see as many faults on that Liverpool vertical. I think she was the only one to have that vertical down in the 3 stride, if I recall.
Faults for Georgie Tame for Great Britain, and Cash Up puts them in 6th place at the minute. 3 clears, 4 falters, and we've had 15 of the 38 competitors expected forward for the 2019 President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup. Clears from Abdullah Mohammed Amari for the United Arab Emirates, Mark McCauley for Ireland, Philip Paisat for Germany.
من المملكة العربية السعودية أحد أعضاء الفريق السعودي الحاصل على بلدية الألعاب الآسيوية الرجال
24-25 degrees here in Abu Dhabi. Absolute pleasure to be here.
You can pretty much count on the weather here. We've got a 99% chance of beautiful weather here every day. It's one of the greatest parts of Abu Dhabi.
Coming in to the Al Fassan Arena. 2012 Teams Olympic bronze medalist for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Abdullah Al-Shabatli, with Archer JHZ.
Also vice world champion. Well, Abdullah's a regular on this circuit. Really one of the most competitive riders I've ever known. And but he's making the most out of everyone, and he certainly is a threat to go clear and win on any horse any day.
And won a speed class yesterday.
He did, of which I was one of his victims. To my, again, a humble 5th yesterday as well.
So you have had 2 5ths so far.
I have had 2
Yeah.
5ths. I'll take it. I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor, 10 years with my horse, and having a great time doing it.
Steady.
All the help this horse needs. Pretty solid so far. Space there. Just made too much space in that 5 and then dug himself out of the hole he put himself into, but that's what Abdullah Shabatli can do the best. Added a stride there, and that did cost him. And added another stride, and that's going to cost him big, yeah. I don't know why he did that, because the 6s are really right on. There's no reason to add a 7. These either one of those lines.
Well, the last 3 fences down. So 12 faults in all for the former Olympic medalist for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Abdullah Al-Shabatli, and Archer JHZ. 12 faults into 11th place. Norway resident here in Dubai, up the road for Norway, Anita Sande, riding the 13-year-old stallion by For Pleasure, for Cash.
Well, Anita lives here, and this is her own horse. Say she loves this horse as if it was her child. She wins a lot with him. She's always a threat to beat everybody. male and female alike. She was clear last night. Actually, nearly was second. She had an unfortunate last fence down, but she could win on any given day at this level as well. This horse has a lot of scope and a huge stride. She knows exactly how to ride him. Oh, get a little flat behind sometimes. She's a little close to A behind, but okay, she's very conscious of that. He doesn't jump with a large margin normally, so this is really how he jumps.
I was just going to ask you about that.
He doesn't. That's his way.
Very economical.
Yeah.
But he hasn't.
Oh, she
was
was too flat there. She
Yeah.
will kick herself for that. That was a misride by her. Couldn't see how many she did because the camera went off the line, but she ended up for sure too long there. I don't know. Did she do 6?
I couldn't see it.
Either way, she ended up too long, and she'll know that that was her mistake. It's too bad.
Rubs the plank at the last, but it stayed there. But the previous two didn't. So that's 8 faults, 2 down for Anita Sunday and for Cash for Norway.
See, she's shaking her head and telling him.
Good boy.
She knows her horse as well as I know mine. We've had them both for a long time.
Three clears so far. UAE, Ireland and Germany now for Egypt. 5th recently in the Abu Dhabi World Cup. Mohamed Osama El Boré with Quintero.
Quintero's quite a special horse. He's a little difficult in the mouth. He's a little strong, but if you put a strong bit on him, he can get a little opinionated in the corners. Abdel Said did some work with him for him, and then he had John Whitaker ride him for some shows, which really, really helped. And he's taken the horse back, and Bore's a very good rider. So I don't know if the horse is in peak form yet. I haven't gotten to see him very much this season, but in form, he can definitely jump this jump clean. He qualified for the World Cup final last year, but chose not to go, which was wise because the horse was not ready. Could have sat up and helped him a little bit inside there. His peak form, obviously, and it's coming though. Quite clever at the last fence. He'll get there. He's well on his way.
Inside the time, but 2 down, 8 faults for Mohamed Osama El Boré and Quintero for Egypt.
And now staying with Egypt, the man who's qualified Longines FEI World Cup in Gothenburg in April this year. Fantastic run for Abu Dhabi and in Sharjah. Abdel Said jumping on the Hermitage, Egypt.
And we stay with Egypt as we come to the leader of the World Cup Arab League, Abdel Said, with the 10-year-old Jumpy van der Hermitage.
Abdel Said is one of my favorite riders in the world and favorite people in the world. He's universally adored. everywhere. Everyone admires him and likes him. Super hard worker. He can ride absolutely anything. He was the protege of Emil Hendricks for many years. This horse, Jumpy, he's got one of the most massive strides of any horse I've ever known. And he also rides the small, light ones as well. This horse jumped clear in the Dubai 5-star. He's had really good results also in the Sharjah 5-star. Really, he's
Egypt at the recent World Championships.
conscious of how to get the time allowed done on this horse. He has to really scrunch
Squeezed
himself
in there, didn't he?
He could do one probably easier than two. He did not scrunch him enough to get in that 3. That's the second one, like Georgia Tame, to catch that one. It's relatively easy fence because the 3 stride is not uncomfortably short, but I think if he had pulled him together as hard as he did for the 2 stride, he would have jumped that clear. He's turning really short on this. He'll be in the time comfortably. I hope he's fast enough to be in that 25%. He's pretty fast.
72.9, 1 fence down, 4 folds. That puts Abdul Saeed for Egypt into 4th place on that 4 fault for the moment. Abdul Saeed for Egypt, 1 down, 4 faults with Jumpy van der Hermitage. Alice, we've now had 19 of the 38 competitors forward for the first of the 2 rounds of the President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup. We've had just 3 clears, the top 10 go forward. Philip Weishart, the quickest of the clears, followed by Mark McCauley for Ireland and Abdullah Mohammed Al-Mari for the UAE in 3rd place. Then we come to the 4 faulters, Abdul Sayed, Shane Breen and Mohammed Magif Al-Jahid for Syria. But of course, we've still got 19 competitors to come. The arena is going to have a quick rake in preparation for the second half of this, the first of the 2 rounds of the President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup. We'll be back in a few moments' time.
اشتغلوا على كانهم محمد جلال بيقول لك تفضل قد ايه على فارس كم فارس محمد جلال
4 دقائق 4 دقائق وفاضل حوالي 12 فارس.
زي ما انت خليك جالس.
لايف
لايف اشتغلوا عادي.
Welcome back to the Edgy Arena here for the second half of the first round of the President Cup. Alice, we're looking at the course from the...
Yeah,
let's
to
have a quick look.
go over the course again for those that have just joined us. A bit of a nice 5 to a very short 2. And then here's the place to make up the time. It's probably the biggest place to make up time. This Oxford's caused a few victims, though. It's very square with Liverpool. This 3-stride is quite normal, but caught Georgia Tame and Abdel Saeed, unfortunately, for their only 4 faults at that jump. Triple's been challenging, but not the bogey, I'd say. B has come down a couple of times, but not so much. The next vertical's caused a few victims as well. Riders have learned, though, from the first, it came down earlier in the course, more riders, they need to stay out in that 7. A few have done 6. That's the one that got Sheikh Latifa doing the 6 almost too well. And then this last line is an S line, right on 6 to a big oxer and right on 6 to another big oxer. And then the 4 to a very delicate plank. The 4 is short but not unfair. And of course the Santiago enjoyed it as a rider.
3 clears. So far, Philip Bysart, Mark Macaulay, Abdullah Mohamed Al Mari, the 19 of the 38 competitors have already jumped. We've had an arena rake, and now we're just moving into the second half of the first round of the 2019 President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup. Top 10 will go through irrespective of their scores. 3 clears from the top 19.
For the second round for him.
Who's gone clear, and now we stay with Germany and Abu Dhabi. Miriam Schneider for Germany with the 9-year-old gelding Fidelius G.
Miriam's a beautiful rider. She and Jorg Neba come together every year. This is even bringing this one along, taking it quite slow, starting to put on some speed as well. She's here.
Competitors, 19 more to come forward. Miriam Schneider for Germany, Fidelius seconds, which hasn't really played a factor.
But I think the riders also know she's on her time, so she's not going to have to worry too much. It's also a naturally fast horse. The 145s not so long ago. But she's so good, and she spends a lot of time with this horse. I see her lunging it very quietly, working it very quietly. She's extremely capable. Had a little lucky rub on that, but a few fall apart at this. Looking good. Nailing the 6. Bring it home. Really, she's done a great job.
18 competitors to come. Old. For Chinese Taipei. Jasmine Chen riding the 11-year-old stallion Ninion. Jasmine finished 7th earlier on today, but has been placed 6th in the World Cup qualifier Abu Dhabi, full start recently. Represented Chinese Taipei at the FEI World Equestrian Games in the fall of last year.
Jasmine's quite a good, solid rider. She's a great basics. She's still very young. She's nice horses. A little bad luck here and there, rail down here, rail down there, but you can see her knocking on the door. She could jump that one well. Let's stay outside on this 7, make enough space for this big strided horse. That did that great. See that? You saw that jump come down earlier in the course. I think the riders were coming inside the track a little bit too much, and the riders that go later had the advantage of knowing that. Don't rush. Gotta hold up a little for this 6 on this big horse, and hold for the 4.
Still clear. 76
great.
seconds the time allowed. She'll just scrape inside, but the last fence down. She had half a second in hand, but that last fence down. So 4 faults for Yasmin Chen and Ninion for Chinese Taipei.
Well, that's a real disappointment for her. I think she could have fought a little harder. She got a little nice with her upper body on the last stride. Yeah, she gave it a big long crest release, and I think you could have used a little contact there.
75.68 her time puts her into 9th place. Just the top 10 go through. The UAE have one clear for Abdullah Al-Mari, and now the turn of Abdelrahman Menad Al-Hebsi with Charlie Brown.
Well, I've watched Abdelrahman practically grow up in my 14 years here. He rides out about Abu Dhabi. Really talented young rider, and this horse came into his life and put him right up to this level. It wasn't a made horse when he got it, but it's really a nice, really good quality horse. I think he jumped clear in the 4-star Al Shira Grand Prix. He's
Yes, he finished 4th.
yeah,
Sorry, he finished 7th. Apologies, he finished 7th.
it's really a lovely horse. You know, again, properly ridden, it can definitely jump this course clear. He got a dead triple bar and really had to throw his horse away. Honestly, in his case, he would have been better to add one and just do the 6. No one's done it, but if I was in that situation, I would have added one. He had no chance to jump that double off the triple bar that he got. That's his lack of experience. He'll figure that out. You know, at this level, those little mistakes. You know, he doesn't have a lot of horses to ride either, so you know, he doesn't get to be in the ring day in and day out. I think this is the only horse I see him riding, so I think if he had 3 or 4 horses, he would those mistakes would go away.
The 4 fences down, so 16 faults in all for Abdelrahman Menad Al-Hebsi and Charlie Braun for the UAE.
So now it is for the United Arab Emirates again. Really good in the charge.
And we stay with the UAE. 3rd in the speed class on Wednesday. Nadia Abdul Aziz Tarian, riding 10-year-old
A young horse. She's been under the guidance of Andre Heller for as long as I've been working here, so that's already 14 years. And she's just gotten better and better, and this horse has really grown up with her. He's got everything you need. He's got the scope and the careful. She used to have trouble with the time allowed, and she has really smoothed that out. Last night she jumped clear in the big class and very well under the time allowed. And she's going to be a big asset to our team this week. And as just to be noted, there are 2 female riders on the UAE team this year. And both she and Sheikha Latifa have well earned their way on that team. And I think the UAE team has the best team they've ever fielded.
That's, of course, for the Longines FEI Nations Cup on Saturday. The top 2 teams from the region qualify for the Longines FEI Nations Cup final in Barcelona. And the UAE, of course, 2 years ago won the Challenge Cup
Ah.
at that final.
She wanted to just keep him from jumping to the right so she could fit in this 7, and yeah, she tried to guide him to the left, and he kind of just dove down on the back rail. That's a shame. That would not be his normal kind of fault, I'd say. Okay, that's a shame too, behind.
2 down, 1 time penalty. 9 penalties in all for Nadia Abdul Aziz Tarian and Cortado for the UAE.
Should be a little disappointed with that today, but still looking very solid for the Nations Cup. I still have great hopes for the UAE this week. Biases, I mean.
Undola de Blondel.
Mesa has really nice horses. She's a great girl. She's got 2 little children. She has a 3-year-old and almost a newborn baby. So she doubles as a mom, and she got back in the saddle very quickly after her 2nd baby. And she hasn't had that much experience at this level, but she's been still steadily improving every year. Has had some success. She had a good 4th place in the Sharjah 2-star Grand Prix a couple weeks ago.
And cousin to Ibrahim.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all in their family, the Bishara family. This horse jumps super. Extra 1 coming in. Yeah, I don't think she carved that turn perfectly. She didn't have a very nice choice. She was either going to be too long or too short. Okay. Improving every week I see her ride.
2 down, 8 faults for Mason Bishara and Undola de Blondel for Jordan. That's the 4 clears. Philip Marisol, Mark Corley, William Schneider, Abdullah Mahabalant.
Yana Caborn is actually basing her in France, somewhere in the middle of France. She told me the town. I didn't recognize it. The sun has come to a certain angle this time of night, or almost night, can sometimes play a big factor because the sun can really get into your eyes. So I'd say coming down to this triple bar line, the sun would be right in your eyes right now, and the horse's eyes. We often ride at this time of day, so I'm familiar with that. You have to squint a bit when you're coming to those jumps. That's just luck of the draw, or unluck of the draw. Did not seem to get in her way. She got a little deep to that oxer. Yeah, both her and Mason didn't quite carve that turn into the triple. Coming out of that 3 strides, they need to carve that turn a little better, get a better entry into that triple. That'll come with experience. Okay, she's quite a young rider, this girl, and she's got lots of talent, and her horses are very capable as well. Quite a carbon copy of Mason round, almost.
Yana Caborn, Karen Yeda with Hopla, BH Duluth. Now we go to Jordan. Sarah Hussein, Salah Alamoti with the 15-year-old gelding Tokyo.
Well, this will be Sarah's first meter 60 Grand Prix and certainly first Nations Cup. She's been improving steadily throughout the season. She's been working with Mohamed Al Bouré and her dad. Her dad is always by her side. And she's new to this level, but she's been getting better and better week after week. It's nice to see another woman from Jordan riding. As you know, I worked with Princess Haya for several years, and she was definitely the first woman to jump in the Olympics, first Arab woman to ever jump in the Olympics. And Sarah definitely has the capability to get there. Okay, again, just like Mason and Yana Kabor, they all, 3 girls in a row, kind of cutting that turn. That turn comes up very quickly after the 3 stride to get into that, and I saw almost a carbon copy mistake through that turn from all 3 of them. But again, she's really handling this, and I think she's going to be pretty happy with how this is going. Okay, had a front pole, but quite a positive fault. Nothing scary. Her horse is coming out at least, feeling positive to go into.
4 down, 16 faults for Sarah Hussein. Salah Alamoti with Tokyo.
She's just cutting in with the shoulder there. She should be shaping that horse out there and give him a better chance to jump that front pole there.
Now for Syria. Yasser Al Sharif with Sento Dorue.
Yasser in years past has been spending his whole season probably to help complete the Syrian team. So I don't know what kind of form he's in and what horses he's riding at the moment. Something went awry. Ahmed Hamshaw is not sure what happened. They just want to put in a solid round now to help get his horse confident enough for the Nations Cup. I think they need a bridle change or something. I'm sure the Syrians will get together and figure that out.
So elimination for Yasser Al Sharif for Syria with Sentu Deroy. Well, winner here recently in this arena at the Al Shira show for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Khalid Abdul Rahman Al Bokti with Dona Avita. 16-year-old mare by Darko.
This is a great little mare. She's 16 already. Laura Kraut formerly rode her before Prince Abdullah Al Saud Al Miteb had bought her. And then when he stopped jumping, he gave this mare to this boy who's an incredible talent. She loves him, and she's looking as young and fit as ever. She's tiny, by the way, but Laura was jumping 160s in Auckland with her, but she's, I don't know how tall she is, probably 15'3". And uncharacteristic fall today of that double. Yeah, she's jumping a little lower than her normal margin, so maybe she's not feeling her best ever at the moment. And he decided to save her for the Nations Cup. He knows her well enough to go reorganize for Saturday.
Day on Saturday for the Longines FEI Nations Cup. We're here with just 10 to go in the President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup. for Saudi Arabia with Donna Avita. Well, we just have 10 more of the 38 starters in the first of the 2 rounds for the President Cup here at Al Fassan in Abu Dhabi. Just 4 clears, but the top 10 go through to the second round. And now the former winner from 12 months ago for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Ramzi Al-Dahami, with the 11-year-old Ted.
Well, Ted Ramsey is probably the most experienced rider. I don't know how many Olympic Games he's been riding. I think in every Olympic Games since the year 2000, so you can do the math for me, Phil. He and his wife Sarah run their business together. They're running a beautiful show in Saudi Arabia.
He actually competed in 96.
Oh, 96. Really? Okay. So I think he did 6 Olympic Games or 5. So anyway, he won this class last year with Ted. Ted's quite in form. He had a silly last fence down last night, which Ramsey blamed himself. So I say I would definitely put my
dirhams on Ramsey,
5
would you?
dirhams on. I'll put 5 dirhams on Ramsey. But my 5 dirhams is on Abdullah and the Al-Marie and the jump off.
Al-Marie, currently the only UAE representative of the clears, 4 clears.
He's choosing to do 6 strides there as well as his student, Sheikh Latifa. Did that successfully. Turning neatly here. He's good on his time. Well, he made his 6 a little long. Yeah, he actually turned so short on that vertical that's a shame. He turned so short on that vertical and it shot him so far out on that 6 that made his 6 ride long. I think Ramsey will blame himself for that. That was a real shame.
Well, the defending President Cup champion has 4 faults. It puts him into 6th place at the moment. Top 10 go through. So 4 faults for Ramzi Al-Dahami and Ted for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
He's looking quite good for the second round, I'd say, but he'll kick himself for that.
Now another man who's been on flying form this weekend here in Abu Dhabi for Jordan, Ibrahim Hani Bisharam, with the 11-year-old Chaktino. Second earlier today, and yesterday a second and a third as well.
Ibrahim can win on any given day. He's got so much experience. This is really a nice horse. And Ibrahim's he's just a really fun guy, and he works hard and plays hard, and he manages to have a good time all the time. And really well liked. He's Mason's cousin. Gives her a lot of help. See how experienced he is. This horse looks actually really in good form at the moment. So people are paying more attention to that vertical since Abdel Saeed and Georgia Tame had it down. And you see how much straighter he's coming to the triple than the 3 in a row that had cut in on it. He's giving this enough space. Super. Looking very good to me, Phil. I think we're going to add one to our list.
We've had just 4 clears so far. Will this be our 5th clear down the last
nice
line?
And straight. 6 should ride okay for him. He just has to sit chilly here. Hold him up a little bit. Yeah, easy.
He has been on
There's
flying form this weekend here in Abu Dhabi. He goes clear. That's clear number 5. Clear for Jordan. Ibrahim Hani Bisharam for Jordan. Chaktino making clear number 5. in this, the first of the 2 rounds of the President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup.
And Brahim's a very fast rider. I don't know that this is the fastest horse. I think that Abdullah Al Mari's horse and Philip Weishaupt have the fastest horses so far, is what I can see that are in the jump off.
الأول في بطولة الأردن الدولية والمؤهلة لنهائيات كأس العالم الحاصل على المركزين الثامن والثاني في مهرجان الشارقة مع نفس الجواد الفارس عبد الرحمن بدر الراجحي عصموت الجواد فيرلس.
Now for Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Abdul Rahman Bada Al Raji.
Abdul Rahman has done some work with Abdel Sharbatli. He's very young, very talented. He's very competitive. He's matured in a good way over the years, and sometimes not try to win every single class like he used to. This is a really fabulous horse. He had a bit of a blunder last night. He was going clear and just sort of went blank at a vertical. But this horse looks like there's no worse for the wear, and looking quite in form here. So I think he needs a good straight entry to this triple. He's a little crooked. Yeah, I think we both saw that coming. Yeah, I think all these riders need to stay out a little bit before they enter that triple. Okay, again, with maturity, that will come. He's really got a lot of talent and really dedicated to the sport. A little wide there. Got away with it. This is getting really short. Yeah. That S line can catch you if you go a little bit off the center line. You know, the S, you need to extrapolate the center to center, and it really rides nicely if you can stay on that line. But he lost it a bit to the outside, and if you end up having to push at that oxer, you're kind of toast getting to that plank.
4 down, 16 faults for Abdul Rahman Bada Al Raji for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia with the 9-year-old mare Fearless.
United Arab Emirates.
Back to our hosts here in Abu Dhabi. For the UAE, Abdul Rahman Ahmed Amin with Danitha.
Abdul Rahman is the son of a very good rider, Ahmed Amin. He's been an incredible talent since he was a little kid. He knows how to ride off gut and feel. Really the best junior rider they've had for quite a while, but there's some really good ones coming up, the Kirby boys, and really the Al Shirah team is sponsoring young riders team, and he's recently moved up into the senior team. Been given this horse that the Al Shirah team bought from France. And Abdul Rahman is still learning how to ride this horse and learning with a new system with Khalid Al-Aid. But he will get there. He's really got an amazing amount of talent. And this is a very nice horse to step up into this level. It's forgiving, but also will jump clear if he rides it properly. Again, he came in a little bit. As you can see, we have a great angle on that triple. You can see those that are coming in straight are finding it rather easy, and when they're crooked, they're not. So again, he's still a very young rider. He needs to get some of the sophistication still that's necessary for this level. But he's very lucky to have this horse to learn it on, because this horse will forget about what happened yesterday and let him make his mistakes if he makes.
20 faults for Abdul Rahman Ahmed Amin and Danitha for the UAE. One rider to come for the UAE, Sheikh Ali Jamal Nasser Anawami. UAE already with one clear on the board, Abdullah Muhammad Al-Mari. 5 clears in all so far. Top 10 will go through. The fastest 4-faulter at the moment on 72.9, Abdul Saeed. Looks like we might get some four-faulters into the second round of the 2019 President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup. Now to Latvia. For Latvia, Kristaps Neredniks with the 14-year-old Kornet Ablensky gelding Moonray.
Well, Chris is really a great rider. We all just got to know him this season. I've never met another rider from Latvia. He won the 4-star in Abu Dhabi very capably, and that was a big course and a hard course and a fast jump off. I think he won a 3-star as well. I had the pleasure of being next to him in the prize giving in the 5-star class the last 2 days, and we had a chance to chat. But certainly he could jump this clear.
And been in the money twice this weekend already, or this week I should say. Haven't got to the weekend yet.
Honestly, I don't know where he learned to ride like this. I doubt it was in Latvia, but he looks like he has some German influence in his riding. I haven't had a chance to interview him, do all my research.
Chris has been to 3 Longines FEI World Cup finals in the past. Last time in 2015.
I did not know that, but it surprised me. A little crooked, we got him straight just before he got in.
Got away with
skidded
those.
Over B, yeah, I'd say he didn't give B much. I think if he got through that, I think he has a good chance of being clear. He's turning really short here. He made sure he didn't go wide of that track. That's the educated rider that he is. Got a little inside here, looking good. He's going to pick him up.
And that's clear number 6, and that's a great clear for Latvia. Clear for Kristaps Neredniks with Moonray for Latvia. Clear number 6. 5 left to go in the first of the 2 rounds of the President's Cup here in Abu Dhabi. Philip Weissart, Kristaps Neredniks, Mark McCauley, Miriam Schneider, Ibrahim Hani Bishara, and Abdullah Almari. Those are the 6 clears with 5 to go. Top 10 riders go through. In Germany, with 2 representatives in the names of Philip Weissart and Miriam Schneider at the moment. And now for Germany, another opportunity for another clear. Maria Stevens riding Talisman de Mazur.
Mario also just flew in for this week to complete the German team, so I don't know him. Saw him ride last night. He was jumping a clear round last night and had a funny stop at the last Liverpool, even though the horse jumped to Liverpool earlier in the course, another Liverpool, so I can't explain that. But it looked, it was jumping the rest of the course quite easy before that. Quite good. A little on the inside track, but he's holding up enough to make some space there. He's okay on time. It's a great shot of that track in the 6th stride to that Oxer. You can see you need to put just enough curve, but not too much. Good.
This is a very good round indeed, and that is clear number 3 for Germany. Maria Stevens for Germany go clear with Talisman de Mazur.
Germany's looking rather good for Saturday, but I think still have my fingers crossed for UAE.
Yeah, Saturday, of course, we've got the Longines FEI Nations Cup final in Barcelona in October. But today it's about the 2019 President's Cup. 4 to go. For Jordan, Nassau Keali with Tachima CZ.
Nassau is a very competitive rider day in and day out. I don't know this horse at this level or how much it's ever jumped 160 yet, so didn't have a chance to chat with him before the class today. I had 3 horses of my own competing today, so I didn't have enough time to talk to everybody. It's a little slow through this corner. I'm going to start worrying about the time if he doesn't make it up in the next turn. That jump caused another victim. Yeah, cutting on the turn just a touch as well, yeah. Horse looks perfectly capable of jumping this level, though. I think these are little details to iron out. Oops. Tried to swim that and managed to dip his hind legs down between the poles and clear it. Okay, I think that horse needs a little seasoning at this level, but I think he's a good enough rider. This is going to come together soon.
4 down, 16 faults for Nasser Kiali for Jordan with Tachima CZ. For Denmark, resident in Dubai and a familiar face on the scene out here in the UAE. Tina Lund with Corralo.
Well, Tina's based out here. She has 2 young children as well, like Mason. I'm a mother of 3, but my children are quite a bit older than theirs. She's an amazing rider. She's a winner. She's one of the most competitive riders I've ever known. I don't care if it's a 120 or a 160. She likes to win them all. She does very often. This is a very scopy horse. Had a great round in Sharjah 5-star. He was a bit inexperienced early in the season. He's not a fast horse naturally, but Tina's a very fast horse, a fast rider. So she knows how to make the time allowed with him. He did jump the 6-bar 2 weeks ago at 195, I think. She had 1 down last night, so it was a small fault. So I think he's in form. She's looking pretty good on her time. Nice and straight there. Should work out for her. He rubbed the front pole levee, got away with it. She's right there to help him. She really knows how to help his front end a bit and keep him balanced and energetic. She needs to make space for this horse, and you know, he's a little bit of a colder horse, so he needs to be energized as well. But she's an extremely capable and effective rider on any type of horse. And she looks like she's doing it. Pick him up. Yeah, she did it.
That was a super
Didn't have a lot
round.
of time.
Half a second inside the 76 seconds time allowed. And that makes it clear number 8. That's a clear for Denmark. That's a clear for Tina Lund and Corralo into the second round of the 2019 President's Cup.
She's clearly thrilled, as she should be.
2 to go. 8 clears. And let's just have a quick look at the two fastest 4-faulters at the moment, because we've got 8 clears, so we know they're going to go through. But we've got Abdel Saeed, and we've got the reigning President Cup champion and Ramzi Al-Dahami are the 2 on 4 faults who could come through depending on what happens in the next 2 rounds.
Surely Ramsey's biting his nails right now. We have only 2 left.
For the UAE.
I'd say that next 2 are not the most experienced riders and horses in the class, so I'd say they still have a good shot of making it. Okay, Ali This is a super talented rider who's brought this horse along. It's still a young horse. I don't know how many meter 60s, if any, he's jumped with this horse yet. But he's done a great job bringing him along, and he actually calls him his baby.
Sheikh Ali Jamal Nasser Al Nawami and Casper AJ for the UAE.
This horse has loads of talent. Used to be a very spooky horse, a little jumpy. Wasn't the easiest young horse for him to bring along, but he's really taken his time. You will have to watch the clock a little with this horse because you can't rush him, and he's not a naturally fast horse. He needs to take time in this corner to get straight, which he has done. Great entry. Look, he's got so much ability, this horse. He's going to have a great future with him, and he might even have a great day from what I can see. Got jumped loose, lost his stirrup.
That's a shame.
He should have ignored the fact that he lost his stirrup and still done the 5, but I'd say some of these riders could be riding without stirrups a little more often because that really cost him. Because he lost his stirrup, he tried to chop in 6, and his horse wisely told him that's not possible. He'll be very, very disappointed because he really could have jumped it clear if he had already gotten through that triple. Ali, if I was training you, you have about 10 hours of no stirrup riding coming to you.
And that tells us that Abdul Saeed on his 4 faults will be in the top 10.
And Abdel Saeed's student, Emily Short, is the last one to come in.
And completes with 15 faults, Sheikh Ali Jamal Nasser Al Nawami and Casper AJ. 1 to go.
He's terribly disappointed, but I saw a lot of hope in that round. Here's Emily's coming in the ring.
Sole representative other than yourself, Alice, for the United States in the President's Cup. Emily Short with Trianon de Roselle.
Emily's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm from New York. I'm more than twice her age, so we never crossed paths. And I think I left to live in France before she was born 21 years ago. Maybe she's 23 or something, but she was still in diapers when I came to France. But she's a really nice girl, really hard worker, works with Abdel Saeed, so she couldn't have a better trainer in the world. Her top horse has been out for a while and is now back jumping the 2-star classes. She, by mistake, figured out that this horse went better at a hackamore. It had a little sore in his mouth. He got a little weak at that oxer through that corner. That's too bad. She had those 2 in a row. And so they rode him in a hackamore just because to let his mouth heal, and then they realized that it actually jumped better in the hackamore. All right, she's not having her night.
She's not, but what we do now know is that the defending champion of the President's Cup, Ramzi Al Dahami, with his 4 faults, will be in the 2nd round.
Yeah, he'll be very happy about that. Well, I think Emily's looking forward to her top horse making its full recovery, and she'll iron those out with Abdel. We have a full course walk to do. It's a brand new course, so we'll be off the air for a little while.
We will. Let's have a look at the top 10. Philip Vysard, Kristaps Neretniks, Mark Macaulay, Miriam Schneider, Ibrahim Hani Bisharat, Abdullah Mohamed Al-Mari for the UAE. And down to the first 10. Tina Lund for Denmark, Abdul Saeed for Egypt, Ramzi Al Dahami with Ted reigning champions from the 2018 President Cup, and Shane Breen in 10th place on Colmar. Well, that's the 10 that will come forward for the second of the 2 rounds of the 2019 President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup. It's a completely new course. They will walk it, so we'll be off air for about 20 minutes before we come to the culmination of the 2019 President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup. 6 here in Abu Dhabi, and we're here for the second round of the President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup, presented by Longines. 10 came forward from the first round of 38 starters, irrespective of the scores. The top 3, Shane Breen, Ramzi Al-Dahami and Abdul Saeed. When I said top 3, the first 3 carry forward 4 faults. The remaining 7 come into this second round with 0 penalties. Tina Lund for Denmark, Abdullah Mohammed Al-Mari for the UAE, Ibrahim Hani Bisharat for Jordan, Miriam Schneider for Germany, Mark McCauley for Ireland, Chris Neretniks for Latvia, and last to go, Philipp Weissart for Germany. Well, I'm Phil Ghazala. I'm sitting here, at the privilege to sit here in Abu Dhabi at the edge of this wonderful arena here at Al Fassan. I'm joined by Alice Debani-Clara. Alice, we've got a very competitive jump off. We've got the reigning President Cup champion in Ramzi Al-Dahami, but let's take a look at the course first.
So it starts off with a pair of oxers with a bold 7. Not very long, but I'd say bold. Then this is the tightest turn of the jump off, back on a Liverpool vertical. And then a long, long, long way, most likely around those 2 verticals to a very tall vertical. Somebody might try to go in between those. Here's one rollback to an oxer, and again, a long, long, long way to a pair of double verticals. And they'll have to slow down in order to jump those 2 verticals. And then it walks a kind of a nice 7 to this oxer. It walks an 11. I think someone could leave one out and do 10 there. But again, it's a very tall vertical, 1.60 m, right in the corner. But with the quality of horses and riders that we have today, I think they'll leave one out there if they want to win this today.
And the 3 that come forward with 4 faults from the first round. Shane Breen for Ireland will come. He'll be first to come into the arena. Then the reigning champion from 12 months ago, Ramzi Al-Dahami, with Ted on the horse. It took this President's Cup prize last year. And Abdel Saeed for Egypt. 3 top riders are the first 3 to go, bringing forward that 4 faults. So, Alice, it looks like a long galloping track.
It really is. It's going to suit the big strided and naturally fast horse. I'd say Philipp Weissart being in, say he probably has the edge on everybody today. Abdallah Al-Mari on a very new horse that is looking like a superstar. I spoke to Khaled during the course walk. Their plan is to go medium, I'd say, today. So just being such a new partnership. Your money's on Mark McCauley. I will not go against you on that either. It's a big strided horse, and he's a slick rider. Chris Dupps is very, very fast, and so it's also a very fast horse. I'd say his horse was not jumping with quite the margin I would have liked it to know that it's going to jump clear and that speed today. Brahim Bishara has a big strided horse, and he's a super fast rider. Tina Lund's horse is not the fastest horse in the world. I would not, I'd say she'd be looking for a solid clear, but she'll be competitive. Then the 4 falters have a strategy. Either they go easy clear and hold on to that and hope to stay on 4, but generally their strategy actually should be to go fast, because if they go really fast and clear, they can actually take over from a clear round that has one down. Shane Breen's coming in with a pretty young horse. Ramzi definitely has a very experienced fast horse. Abdel Saeed also has a big advantage because, as I said, it's maybe the biggest strided horse I've ever seen in my life. So if anyone can take out strides, he can. But again, this course designer is really clever. He almost entices you to leave out strides, but to such tall verticals and also a pair of double verticals. So but these riders are all top, and it'll be a really fun jump off to watch, especially with you, Phil.
And coming into the arena, the first of 2 riders representing Ireland, Shane Breen with the 9-year-old Colmar, carries forward the 4 faults from the first round. Course designer Santiago Varela, assisted by Isabel Fernandez de Canelli. This the second of the two courses for the 2019 President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup. Shane Breen for Ireland with Colmar.
Well, Shane, I don't think he's going to go crack speed with this 9-year-old. But I say, they also have to stay inside the time allowed, because in the jump off, for every second, they get a full fault. So, and he doesn't know how the time allowed is. So he has to make sure he doesn't get time penalties. So you do it. So he's going to have to stay neat and tidy for sure. It is a naturally long-strided horse, and he'll ease him along. But I'd be surprised if he was gunning him around this course, being only 9.
Shane Breen for Ireland with Colmar. First of the 10 in the second and final round of the President Cup.
Just didn't feel ready to get to fence 1, circled before the timers get reorganized. Yep. He's young. See, that 7's not far for a young horse. I don't think anyone's going to try to leave one out there, though. He's staying tidy on this Liverpool. Staying inside of those double verticals, did he? I can't see the... Yeah, he did. He went inside of the double vertical, so he took a severe angle on that vertical, which is pretty slick to do with a young horse. Even came in angling at AB. Again, he's not gunning him, but he's definitely taking angles and turning. And he's also developing this horse for the future, so he needs to know that he's... Can't ask what he can't do, but it's really genius riding what he's doing here. I didn't count, but I'm going to guess he did 10. That was beautiful.
53.66 for Shane Breen. He carries forward the 4 faults. So first of the 10 go. 4 faults, 53.66. That's the mark in the sand set by Shane Breen for Ireland.
That's a beautiful example of great riding and knowing what you can ask your horse to do. Now Ramsey's going to definitely take a cut. He can do every risk with this horse, and he's going to want to redeem himself for the little error he made in the first round.
Winners from a year ago, holders of the President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Ramsey Al Dahami with Ted. Carry forward the 4 faults from the first round.
This horse is particularly great at speeds, and Ramsey knows that, so he's got a good shot to get a great piece of this if he goes clear and super fast. Overtake some of the clear rounds if they make mistakes. Oh, he did 8. I don't know, that would have been the plan. He's holding up a little bit, but angled it. And he's going to go inside of those 2 verticals, which really puts you at a severe angle to a super tall 1.60 meter vertical. But again, that horse has the experience to do it. Inside. He doesn't have the pedal to the metal, but he's definitely turning neat, even tighter than Shane did. Inside to the double verticals, which only gives you about 1 stride straight. Did 7 here. And tight back on this one. It's a narrow oxer, but it's still an oxer, but it's not the widest one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, he left 2 strides out from what it walked. I promise you, it walked an 11. He just did 9.
And he goes into the lead. He's got the 4 faults from the first round. 52.78 for Ramsey Al Dahami and Ted with the 4 faults. Into the lead they go.
Well, that was pretty quick. I'd say with the exception of adding the 8 up 1 to 2, that definitely cost him. He didn't need to do that. I don't know if that was the plan. I'll ask him later.
For Egypt, leader of the Arab League of the World Cup jumping at the moment, Abdul Saeed with Jumpy van der Hermitage. Again, with 4 faults from the first round. 52.78 seconds set by the holder of the President Cup, Ramzi Al Duhami.
Well, again, this is one of the biggest strided horses I've ever seen, and I've seen him do leave-outs that I didn't think any horse could do, and that's somewhat one because it's not a naturally fast horse, so he does a lot of leave-outs in places. So I'm curious to see what he does here. Yeah, see, he did six. Where
Yeah.
Ramsey did 8. And easy, he even crawled to fence 1 and still did 6, so here he's going. He's taking the angle on this. I wasn't sure so many riders were going to do that angle. He can find this one a little bit uninterrupted. That will help him. Able to get in here, yeah. So he had to hold up there. 3, 4, 5. See, he did 6 there also, where
He's
other riders
2
are
seconds
doing
up on the
7.
clock.
And let's see. He certainly do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Did he do it?
49.08. That was a very quick time
Wow.
indeed, set by Abdul Sayed for Egypt. 49.08 goes into the lead. Carries the 4 faults from the first round. That's the 3 faulters that have gone. The next 7 to come all start with a clean sheet. But that time of 49.08 looks very quick indeed.
Well, those 2 strides he left out from what Ramsey did really walks a 7, and I don't think any other horse is going to do 6, 1 to 2. They're 2 oxers. Really, a really abnormally long strided horse can do that.
For Denmark, Tina Lund with Corallo.
She'll
Clear.
be as quick as she can with this horse. Again, she also knows he's not that experienced at this level to run and turn. I'm sure she'll just do the 7, 1, 2. See, he's not the quickest turner. She's doing her best to help him, but he's learning. It's really amazing what she's done with this horse in a couple of months. There, as you see, he's just a little bit of a slower horse on landing to gallop. She went around and he's getting straighter to this one than the other riders have done. She knows what he can do, what he's ready to do. She knows she's not going to win it today, but she can get a good piece of it like she did in Sharjah in the 5-star by doing the same plan. She's smart. Help him up. So this 7's quiet for her. Sure, she would eventually do the leave-outs that Abdel Said did, but this horse is not ready for that yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. Great. She should be thrilled with that. It's 2 5-stars she's gone double clear in this season.
Clicks over the 60 seconds time allowed, picks up 1 time penalty, but that's not going to worry Tina Lund with the young 10-year-old. Corallo into the lead, 61.52 seconds, 1 time penalty here in the President Cup in the UAE.
She'll be thrilled with that. And her husband and her adorable little kids are here watching her.
Now, the sole representative for the United Arab Emirates, Abdullah Mohammed Al-Mari and James V.D. Udahayhoff. Last time the UAE took this cup with Sheikh Latifa Al Maktoum 4 years ago.
Well, this has been my protege for 14 years, and now also working with Khalid Al-Eid with the Al Shira team. Look at all the UAE. I think they can't fit any more of the UAE up in the rider stand. And this is a new partnership. I spoke to Khalid. He had said their plan was to go medium. They've only been together for 2 months, but it's already been double clear in a 5-star. The horse is a superstar. I think Khalid chose so well. So let's see if their strategy has changed at all, but he's doing the 7 like normal. All right. Certainly not wasting time, but no, he is not trying to win. He's trying to have a really solid round. He also has the luxury of having 2 excellent horses as a choice for the Nations Cup. Their plan is Sama Dubai, but this one is also ready to go, clearly. Yeah, he's taking care of him through the. He's just trying to have a solid clear, which I think is very smart. Turned inside though to the double verticals. You see the horse's canter is not fully developed yet, but he's such an athlete. He even manages when he skips his stride behind a little bit, but they've already ironed out a lot of that in a couple of months together with Halid's help. And I think this is it's going to be an absolute superstar. Fantastic. He had a time fault. That's not a big deal, because as long as it's not 4 time faults. Okay, he's going to be the slowest clear, or perhaps, but he should be thrilled.
61.86 into second place goes Abdullah Mohammed Almari with another 10-year-old James Vidi Ud Highhoff. One-time penalty, 61.86 into second place. 5 more to jump. Tina Lund for Denmark, currently the leader, with her 10-year-old in Abu Dhabi. For Jordan, Ibrahim Hani Bisharai and Jack Tino.
I like your word, vicious farm. Yeah, he's a great rider. He will definitely go for it. I don't know if it's the fastest horse in the world, but it's definitely a big strided horse, which obviously, as you saw with Abdel Said, with Jumpy, he's not the most naturally fast horse either, but he did a lot of leaves out. This is really a galloping horse's course. It's really only 2 turns. 3, but more gallop. Maybe he's gearing up to do 6 too. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I think he thought about it for a second and then changed his mind too late. You know, he didn't commit. He could have gotten there in 6. I think if he had really committed. I think honestly, you wouldn't walk that line and think you'd do 6, but since Abdel did it, he thought maybe he could. I know he was definitely gearing up for it. So now he has to make sure he's faster than Ramsey, because Ramsey had that fast clear round with now carrying 4. So
Abdul Saeed was the fastest, 49.08.
Also,
but Tina Lund in front at the moment. Oh, that was...
Yeah, that was tight. I'm not counting, but... what did he do? Yeah.
Jack Tino. Tina Lund still in front with 4 more to jump. 61.52 with the 1-time penalty for Tina Lund.
Yeah, Tina was the faster of the 1 falters there. There's just a few fractions of a second faster than Abdullah.
First of the 2 Germans left in the jump-off. We had a clear from Mario Stevens. He didn't pass the vet inspection on the way out of the arena, so the 2 Germans left in the jump-off. Miriam Schneider for Germany with Fidelius G.
This 9-year-old, I don't know that she's ready to put the pedal to the metal yet on this horse. She's going to do a clean, efficient round. It's a naturally fast horse, but I do not know that she's going to put all the pressure on enough to go against Philip Weishaupt and Mark Macaulay and Chris Tubbs. But who knows? Maybe she feels like today's the day. Teach it about speed. Let's see.
61.52. 60 seconds time allowed, 1-time penalty.
She certainly won't try to do 6, 1 to 2. She'll do a clear. Nice 7. Okay, she's not turning so short on this one, but she's still galloping. I think she definitely plans on staying inside the time allowed, where Tina and Abdullah went a little more carefully. I think she's definitely going to, if she's clear, she'll be inside the time allowed. She's done such a good job with this horse. She's going around here. There was an inside turn option, but she's got a good gallop. I still think she's going to stay inside the time. And she's going just around to holding up. I don't know how the time allowed is. She might be flirting with the time allowed as well. It's good that the course designer makes the jump off time allowed tight enough to put you can't just have a terribly slow jump off and win the class. I like that. So she's over the time. And so she'll go behind Tina and Abdullah.
63.81 over the 60 seconds time allowed. One-time penalty into third place goes Miriam Schneider and the 9-year-old Fildelius G for Germany. 63.81, one-time penalty into third place. 3 to jump. Tina Lund still holds on to her lead with Corallo with that one-time penalty, 61.52. Mark Macaulay, Kristaps Neredniks, Philip Weisselt. 3 to jump. Mark Macaulay for Ireland with Jasko Vidi Bishop.
I don't know if he'll try to do that leave out 1 to 2. I doubt it. I think this horse, he told me this horse does not have a lot of experience at this level. So he will definitely stay inside the time allowed, though. He's experienced enough to do that. Let's see how much pressure he can put on this horse. The horse jumped absolutely beautiful. It was a bit sensitive in the mouth. Mark is so smooth, but he doesn't have to mess with its mouth so much in this jump off. It might just suit him perfectly.
Mark Macaulay for Ireland. Jasko Vidi Bishop. 61.52. Tina Lund's
Just doing
time.
the 7. Trying to chase and make sure that Philip Weishaupt and Chris... Whoa, that was unexpected. Certainly Mark was not expecting that little stutter off the ground. I think he'll wish he had a little more outside leg on him, but sometimes you don't expect them to spook, and they do. The lights shine. Whoa. Yeah, he really dove to the right there. Bring him home safe. Okay, I think the horse's inexperience showed up there, and Mark will definitely iron that out in no time.
Into 8th place, Mark Macaulay for Ireland on 8 faults with Jasko Vidi Bishop. 2 to go. Tina Lund still in the lead. 61.52 Tina Lund. That's the time to beat.
Tina and Abdullah must be thrilled with a guaranteed 3rd or 4th place. Sorry, Tina and Abdullah must be thrilled with a guaranteed 3rd or 4th place or better. And yeah.
Kristaps Neredniks for Latvia with Moonray.
This puts a lot of pressure, the fact that he's got Philip Weishaupt behind him. So that might make him just push on a bit and maybe have one down. He's a great rider, and the horse is super fast. He was jumping a little low with his belly in the first round. I don't know how fast he can run him.
61.52. That's the time set by Tina Lund. We've seen far quicker times. Abdul Saeed, 49.08 was his time, but with that 4 faults from the first round. So current Tina Lund, 61.52. 2 to jump. Kristaps Neredniks for Latvia with Moonray.
Right, we know that the course can be done 11 seconds plus faster than who is winning right now, but this is how the sport is, and Tina earned every bit of that. So did Abdullah and Miriam. Okay, I have to say he has only Philip Weishaupt on his mind right now, just trying to put, again, just skating over it with his belly a bit, but, maybe that's it. Okay. So Philip Weishaupt does not have to go very fast to win this.
Well, Tina Lund knows that she's going to be second with
Yeah,
her 10-year-old.
I think they're all celebrating already.
Yeah.
And Abdullah is too. And Al Shira Stables. This has been just miraculous how quickly.
Third.
I don't know anybody that gets a horse in 2 months is double clear in 5 stars that quickly.
Into 8th place goes Kristaps Neredniks, 53.39 with the 2 down. There's still just 1 to go for Germany. Philipp Weissart Current leader Tina Lund for Denmark, Abdullah Mohammed Al-Mari for our hosts here in Abu Dhabi. The UAE in second place, 1 to jump for Germany. Philipp Weishart, Katokia.
Well, he knows exactly how fast he has to go to be inside the time allowed. This horse will find that easy enough. It's experienced, and so is he. Okay, but a little mistake's going to happen, so...
Can't be complacent. It looks like
No.
not the most challenging task that Philipp Weishart would have had in his life.
There's still big jumps.
But there's still big jumps, and you can't be complacent. .52 Show Jumping Cup. Last in the arena here at Al Fossan. Philipp Weishart for Germany, Katokia.
Just does the even 7. He knows just a smooth round for him will make this time allowed. What? Still angles that enough. He does not take the hard angle on this big one because he does not need to. Okay. I'm nervous for him actually, but I really want Abdullah to be second. Be very happy for Tina to win, but I think they don't have a very good chance with Philipp Weishart in the ring, taking his time and jumping beautifully.
He's up on the clock.
Still turning pretty neatly on this one. Yep. One more left.
Coming down. 1 to negotiate.
Yeah.
He stops the clock in 58.93 and takes the 2019 President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup, Philipp Weishart for Germany, Katokia in the number 1 spot here in Abu Dhabi. In second place for Denmark, Tina Lund, and in third, Abdullah Mohammed Al-Mari with James Vidi Ud Heihoff for our hosts, the UAE. Well, let's just reflect on the competition, Alice. We had 38 starters, 17 nations. 10 could come forward. We had just 7 clears that eventually came forward with 3-4 falters. In a way, it wasn't, if you like, the most exciting climax to the competition.
No.
But because there's a lot of young horses in here.
Yep. But
still great results. I mean, we've got Philipp Weishart on Katokia. He's 12-year-old, takes the President Cup here this year. 2 10-year-olds follow it, Tina Lund and Abdullah Al-Mari. Great results for them. You must
Miriam
be delighted.
Schneider with her 9-year-old. And but it was I loved the pressure was on the riders, and I love the system where the fastest person in the first round gets to go last. And I actually think that Philipp Weishart is that experienced that even though he knew he was well inside, I think he knew he would, because he's that good. Day.
Well, let's just look at the top 10 of the 2019 President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup. Philipp Weishart for Germany takes the number 1 spot with Katokia. In second place, Tina Lund with Carallo for Denmark. In third, for the United Arab Emirates, Abdullah Mohammed Al-Mari with James Vidi Ud Heihoff. In fourth place, Miriam Schneider for Germany with Fidelius G. In fifth place is Abdul Saeed with Jumpy van der Hermitage. In sixth, Ibrahim Hani Bisharat for Jordan with Chaktino. In seventh place, last year's winner Ramzi Al-Dahami for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia with Ted. In eighth, for Ireland, Shane Breen with Colmore. In ninth place, Kristaps Neretniks for Latvia with Moonray. And in 10th place, Mark Macaulay for Ireland with Jasko Vidi Bishop. Well, that culminates the 2019 President of the UAE Cup. a great competition to start a wonderful weekend here, because it's not over tonight. We've got 2 more days of competition, but the highlight of this weekend here at Al Fassan in Abu Dhabi will be the Middle Eastern leg of the FEI Nations Cup on Saturday. 7 teams coming forward, and we will be live on FEI TV at 16:30 local time here in Abu Dhabi.
Well,
Alice, what's your final word on this great competition?
Well,
we've
it's
had
great
today?
show jumping and one of the greatest venues and top class, and what a pleasure. And looking forward to doing it on Saturday for the Nations Cup with you, and thank you so much for asking me.
Well, we look forward to having you with us here on Saturday. I think it's time for us to bow out here at Al Fassan. A lovely evening here in Abu Dhabi. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations to Philipp Weissart for Germany for taking the 2019 President Cup, the UAE Show Jumping President Cup here in Abu Dhabi. Good night from us. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Ibrahim, tomorrow with me. What about you? What you have tomorrow? Follow blood. Go there. Forget this one. I know. Okay, but you know what?
Giving ceremony of the President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup, presented by Longines. In sixth place, representing Jordan, Ibrahim Hani Bisharat, Shaktino.
نستقبل معكم حضورنا الكريم هنا على أرض ميدان منتجع الفرسان الرياضي الدولي بالعاصمة الحبيبة أبو ظبي، أبطال كأس رئيس الدولة لقفز الحواجز للعام 2019. الفارس الفائز بالمركز السادس من المملكة الأردنية الهاشمية الفارس إبراهيم هاني بشارات.
In fifth place, representing Egypt, Abdul Saeed Jumpy van der Hermitage.
على أرض الميدان الفائز بالمركز الخامس من جمهورية مصر العربية الفارس عبد القادر سعيد.
For this young horse, what a run for this lady from Germany, Miriam Schneider, Fidelius G, Germany.
الفائزة بالمركز الرابع من ألمانيا الفارسة ميريام شنايدر. الفائز بالمركز الثالث من دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة الفارس عبد الله المري.
In third place, and what a championship partnership these two are going to make. They are superstars in the world, representing the United Arab Emirates, Abdullah Mohammed Al Mari, James van den Udehehoff.
مثل دولة الإمارات خير تمثيل في هذا الكأس بجولات رائعة مع الجواد جيمس. إلى الفائزة بالمركز الثاني من الدنمارك الفارسة تينا لوند.
In second place, and the smile says it all, representing Denmark, Tina Lund, Karela.
مع بطل الكأس الكبير، بطل كأس رئيس الدولة لقفز الحواجز الفارس فيليب ويسهاب من ألمانيا.
And the winner of the President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup, presented by Longines. He won the Grand Prix qualifier. He wins again tonight. Philipp Weishaupt and Ludger Beerbaums, Katokia for Germany.
الفائز بالمركز الأول الفائز بكأس رئيس الدولة لقفز الحواجز للعام 2019 الفارس فيليب ويسهاب من ألمانيا.
A wonderful win. The President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup, presented by Longines 2019. Many congratulations, Philipp Weishaupt, Katokia.
نرجو من الحضور الكريم الوقوف لأداء السلام الوطني لألمانيا.
May we ask you now to please stand for the national anthem. The winner of the President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup, presented by Longines, Philipp Weishaupt, Katokia for Germany.
مبارك لألمانيا، فوز فارسها الفارس فيليب ويسهاب. ندعو معالي الوزيرة مريم المهيري وزيرة الأمن الغذائي لتكريم الفائز بالمركز الأول.
Delighted to welcome Patrick Ayoun, Regional Brand Manager of Longines.
سعادة اللواء أحمد الريسي مدير اتحاد الإمارات للفروسية، والسيد باتريك عون من لونجينز.
Her Excellency Mariam Al-Lahari presenting the Conquest VHP Longines watch to the champion tonight, Philip Vajabt, Kentucky.
انتزع الصدارة بتوقيت زمني سريع بلغ 58 ثانية و93 جزء من الثانية بجولتين من دون أخطاء.
And now the trophy presented by His Excellency General Ahmed Nasser Al-Raisi, President of the UAE Equestrian Federation. Philip Vajabt, Germany.
فيليب وايسهاب بطل كأس رئيس الدولة لقفز الحواجز للعام 2019.
A fabulous trophy for a fabulous winner. Double winners of the Longines, the qualifier last night and the President of the UAE Cup tonight. Well done to Philip Vajabt and Kentucky. In second place, and the smile said it all. The biggest result of her career on this wonderful horse, Carallo. Well done to Tina Lund, Denmark.
الفائزة بالمركز الثاني من الدنمارك الفارسة تينا لوند، حصلت على المركز الثاني بنقطة واحدة في 61 ثانية و52 جزء من الثانية.
Well done to
إلى الفائز بالمركز الثالث من دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة الفارس عبد الله محمد المري.
and a tremendous round of show jumping, 2 rounds of show jumping. This partnership is going to the top of the world. Abdullah Mohammed Al Mari, James van den Ude Heyhoff for the UAE. Her Excellency Mariam bin Mohammed Saeed Harib Al Mahari, Patrick Ayoun, and General Ahmed Nasser Al Raisi. His Excellency General Ahmed Nasser Al Raisi.
حصل على المركز الثالث في نقطة واحدة وجولة سريعة في 61 ثانية و86 جزء من الثانية. عبد الله محمد المري من الإمارات في المركز الثالث مع جواده جيمس.
in 4th place. Only a 9-year-old, the horse that has been produced quite brilliantly. By this lady from Germany. The lovely 9-year-old Fidelius G, Miriam Schneider, Germany.
الفائزة بالمركز الرابع من ألمانيا الفارسة ميريام شنايتر. واحدة في 63. الفائز بالمركز الخامس من جمهورية مصر العربية الفارس عبد القادر سعيد.
In 5th place, such a popular young man, such a brilliant rider, Abdel Said with his own Jumpy van der Hermitage, Egypt. And in 6th place, this man has enjoyed tremendous form here at the President of the UAE Show Jumping Cup. 2nd, 3rd and now 6th in the Grand Prix presented by Longines. Ibrahim Hani Bisharat, Shaktino for Jordan.
والحاصل على المركز السادس والمتألق في هذه البطولة الفارس إبراهيم هاني بشارات من المملكة الأردنية الهاشمية. نشكر معالي مريم المهيري وزيرة الأمن الغذائي وسعادة اللواء الدكتور أحمد ناصر الرئيسي رئيس اتحاد الإمارات الفروسية والسباق والسيد باتريك عون من لونجيز لتكريمه بالفرسان الستة أوائل الفائزين في شوط الجائزة الكبرى من لونجيز بكأس رئيس الدولة لقفز الحواجز. وندعو بطل هذا الكأس لتصدر الفرسان في جولة الشرف. بطل كأس رئيس الدولة للعام 2019 فيليب ويسهاب. تينالوند ثاني الأبطال من الدنمارك. ثالث الأبطال من دولة الإمارات الفارس عبد الله المري. ميريام شنايتر للعام 2019 بنسخته الثامنة. ألف مبروك لألمانيا، ألف مبروك للدنمارك، ألف مبروك للإمارات، لجمهورية مصر العربية وللمملكة الأردنية الهاشمية. بهذا وصلنا لختام ثاني أيام بطولة كأس رئيس الدولة لقفز الحواجز، إلى ختام شوط الجائزة الكبرى من لونجيز. نلقاكم غدا في تمام الساعة 9 صباحا.